Assalamualaikum and greeting everyone. We are from Group 2 and we will be presenting the factors that influence e-commerce on TikTok. My name is MOHAMAD NAZHAN bin Muhammad KAMIL, metric number 284481. This research aims is to shed light on the multifaceted factors influencing e-commerce on TikTok. By unraveling the intricate connections between user behavior, content dynamics, marketing approaches, and technological advancements, this research aims to equip businesses with practical insights to unlock TikTok's vast potential as a thriving e-commerce platform. Understanding the dynamics that underpin TikTok e-commerce has become a pivotal pursuit for businesses aiming to thrive in an era where the impact of social media on consumer behavior is increasingly significant. The study's findings will contribute to the growing knowledge base on e-commerce within social media platforms, offering actionable implications for businesses seeking to optimize their TikTok's presence. As TikTok's user base evolves and the e-commerce landscape continues to transform, this study's outcomes will serve as a valuable foundation for future explorations into the ever-evolving realm of TikTok-driven e-commerce. Regarding the benefits of TikTok e-commerce, there are several problems that must be overcome. One major problem is the quality of product offered in TikTok, which must fulfill certain standards and certifications. Furthermore, unethical purchasing and selling practices might jeopardize consumer safety. The frequency of frauds inside the TikTok community, particularly among users, raises more concerns about the platform's suitability for e-commerce application. However, TikTok users continue to purchase and transact on the platform. They prioritize user interactions in their TikTok business operations over other possible implications on TikTok e-commerce perception. As a result, the purpose of this study is to determine the elements impacting TikTok's e-commerce environment. The study specifically looks at the influence of product quality, trustworthiness, and fraudulent activity on the platform's e-commerce scene. The objective is to learn how these characteristics influence user behavior, engagement, and overall pleasure when shopping on TikTok. The findings will lead adjustments and measures to strengthen the e-commerce ecosystem, resulting in a safer and more dependable environment for TikTok users.
Good day, Doctor. My name is Chu. Today, we'll explore the relationship between various factors and consumer behavior in the context of TikTok shopping. Let's begin with a fundamental aspect, information quality. Information quality involves assessing the accuracy, completeness, relevance, and usefulness of information products and service. Think about it. When you are considering a purchase, having reliable and relevant information can make all the difference. Interestingly, research points to a positive connection between information quality and consumer purchase intention, particularly on platforms like TikTok Shops. When the information provided is accurate and trustworthy, it naturally influences users' decisions to buy. The next important aspect is perceived trust. Perceived trust is essential for online transactions because it reflects our confidence in the system competency, reliability, and security. When we trust a platform, we are more likely to engage in transactions without hesitation. This is especially true in the realm of TikTok shopping. Studies have shown that trust significantly influences consumer purchase intention within the TikTok shopping environment. Moreover, the perceived credibility and attractiveness of sellers and influencers on TikTok have a positive impact on purchase intention. It is fascinating how the popularity of TikTok influencers can sway buying interest among their followers. Hedonic motivation. What is hedonic motivation? Hedonic motivation is all about seeking positive experiences and emotions. In the context of TikTok, with its entertainment-centric approach, users are naturally drawn to experiences that bring enjoyment, happiness, and excitement. This phenomenon fosters what we call hedonic motivation. The interesting part is that these positive experiences translate into real-world actions. Pleasant hedonic experiences on TikTok positively influence user purchase intention and their interactions with influencers. Let's turn our attention to another critical aspect, service quality. Service quality assesses how well a platform meets user expectation. A positive service experience does not just result in satisfaction, it breeds loyalty. This is no different in TikTok live streaming scenario. Positive e-service quality and convenient service experience contribute to customer satisfaction, which in turn influence their likelihood to return. Price, a universal consideration, but how does it impact purchase intention in the TikTok context? Price awareness or the sensitivity to price plays a role in determining how attractive a product appears. Customers are naturally inclined to weigh the price against the perceived value of the product. Interestingly, there are differing views on how price awareness relates to purchase intention. Some studies suggest the price indirectly influences purchase intention through perceived attractiveness and attitude, while others propose a direct impact. Lastly, let's discuss the aspect of online trust, privacy and security. Privacy involves maintaining the confidentiality of personal information, while security safeguards users from potential risks. These factors are critical in influencing customer decisions to transact on platforms like TikTok. While some studies emphasize the significance of privacy and policy data protection in building customer trust, there are differing views on the impact of perceived risk on purchase intention. Understanding these complexities sheds the light on intricate balance between convenience and privacy in the digital age. That's all from me. Thank you.
In our research, this is the proposed step for our suggested method. In the first phase, we will choose several issues to investigate. We also determine the research aim and purpose. We define the particular research topic and questions that the study will aim to answer in the second step. The third phase is reviewing prior literature and analyzing previous study papers and related data. The fourth phase is to develop a hypothesis, either null or alternative. We choose the research strategy and method for the study in the fifth phase. We employ cross-sectional to develop hypotheses in a timely, efficient, and cost-effective manner. This study's target demographic is all TikTok users at UUM, including both staff and students. We utilized snowballs and judgment as our sample strategy. We use Google Form to administer the poll to 150 people. In step 6, we conduct research and collect data to assess if the hypothesis is accepted or denied. The significance of the data was determined using statistical tests and analysis. The last stage of the suggested approach is to conclude the final stage based on the data analysis results.
So my name is KELVIN and my number metric is 287493. So I will continue the hypothesis part. So in our research, we have conducted 6 hypotheses. So our hypothesis is conducted based on the independent variable and also the dependent variable. So our dependent variable is purchase intentions and our independent variable is service quality, price awareness, information quality, hedonic motivations, perceived trust, and also the privacy and security. So we create the hypothesis with one independent variable with one dependent variable. For example, in the hypothesis 1, the null hypothesis is service quality has no significant influence on the purchase intentions, and the alternative hypothesis is service quality has a significant influence on purchase intentions. And there is same for the hypothesis 2, 3, 4, 5, and also the 6. So which compare the independent variable and also the dependent variable.
For the data collection, we have used several methods, which are Google Forms with legal skill questionnaires. So in our research, we have collected data using non-probability sampling, which included the judgment sampling and also snowball sampling. So for the judgment sampling, we selected the individuals who had the experience of using the TikTok shops. And for the snowball sampling, we have shared the Google Form links in many WhatsApp group to obtain the respondent.
So for the sample and demographic parts, we have collected a total of 189 respondents who represent the student and staff in UUM. And from these 189 respondents, there are 150 respondents are valid, which are they have experience of using TikTok Shop. And after remove the outlier, the valid respondents are 145.
So my name is Chun. I'll continue the presentation with analysis part. So to do the analysis part, we have to do a multiple regression. So here you can see this is the summary output of the multiple regression. There are 3 value matter most in this study. First is the multiple R. Multiple R represent the correlation coefficient. You can see here the value is 0.87, which mean that the relationship is very strong between the independent and the dependent variable. So next is the R square. R square here you can see is 0.76, means that the dependent variable can explain by all independent variable with more than 76% of variance. The last one is the significance F. Significant F, you can see here the value is 0.000, almost zero. That indicates that almost 0% chance that the null hypothesis will be accepted. So for further study, we also construct a single regression on every independent variable towards the dependent variable, which is service quality, price awareness, information quality, and so on. So you can see here the correlation coefficient is positive, all positive value, and the p-value is all the same, is 0.000 and almost zero, which lower than the common 0.005. And then it indicates that the null hypothesis can be rejected and accept all the hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. So for the discussion, according to the previous result, all hypotheses were tested and the alternative hypotheses were accepted. Therefore, all independent variables have a significant influence on the dependent variable, which is the purchase intention. So as for the conclusion, since every independent variable was tested that have a significant effect on the dependent variable, therefore it is safe to conclude that all independent variables were ultimately the factor that influenced e-commerce on TikTok.